I want to at some point, like when we sort of get a better picture, like if DeAndre gets cleared, whatever. When we have an idea of what that starting five is going to be, we need to count up amount of years of experience of that starting five. Yeah. I mean, that's an insane amount of years. Whereas like 2019.
In a good way. In a good way.
In a great way. I'm not calling people. No, I'm not calling people old. Like, how can you. Sidebar. Sidebar. How can you view years of experience badly in college basketball?
You can't.
How do you view that as like me giving a slide out? There's no way people really still think that way, right?
I mean.
Like, that's a overwhelming compliment for college basketball in its current state.
You start talking about experience and age in Memphis, and people get hot. But we are meaning it positively.
Of course.
Christian and I already did this numbers-wise. If with the starting five, if everybody comes back, if DeAndre comes back, JQ, Caleb, David, DeAndre, and JB, it's 25 years of college basketball
That's great.
Experience.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, you can't
And
ask for
2019, what were we talking about? Like, was it zero? It wasn't zero.
No, it wasn't zero. It was low.
It was zero
really
for
low.
most of the guys that were going to be in that starting lineup.
Yeah, what was that? I'm curious now.
I am curious. That starting five, night one.
Because at first they thought it was going to be
probably less
a Fab
than
Five.
Ultimately, we're talking about 25 years of experience. It was way less than 10, probably under 7 ultimately. I forget exactly who started on that 2019
Tyler
team.
and Alex were in their second year.
Okay, so that would be 2 years.
That would be 2 years. Then you had your 5.
They didn't both start, though, on that team.
No, they didn't. But so I think Alex started on that team. So he had 1 year. But, I mean, coming into the season, people thought maybe Boogie Ellis would start at the 1.
Right. It was 1 year of experience, I think, ultimately, is what we're
It was low, man.
If I'm reading it.
Because Jaden was coming in that year. That was his first year.
Yeah, point being, it's 1 year of experience with a team that, you had high expectations for, top 10 ranked the preseason, but it's like they didn't have the experience to ultimately know what to expect coming into a year and getting into the later stages of the season.
Yeah, I can't find the actual starting lineup, but
it was low.
It was really low.
Probably under 5 years of experience.
I mean, just looking at the roster: DJ freshman, Tyler sophomore, Alex sophomore, Isaiah Stokes redshirt sophomore.
He didn't start though.
No. Boogie freshman, Damian freshman, Lester freshman, Isaiah Maurice was a senior, Lance Thomas was a redshirt sophomore, Malcolm was a freshman. It wasn't Jaden's first year; it was his second year. He was a redshirt freshman, and Precious was a freshman.
Yeah. It's just not.
And Isaiah was a JUCO guy,
and he started later in the.
And he was a JUCO guy anyway. He had 1 year of collegiate experience coming in because he was at K-State for a year.
Yeah, so there was just no experience on that team.
Basically zero.
Yes, to 25.
Tyler Harris and Alex Lomax were probably because Lance Thomas had been I think at Louisville for 1 year.
Yeah.
So
25 to basically zero.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just. It's a different ballgame this day and age in college basketball. And when we talk about experience and guys being older, that is a great thing for the Memphis basketball program.
Yeah.
There's no other way to view it.